Howdy, PreCal. It's Miss Kosh. So today we're doing quadratics. So we're going to learn how to graph quadratics, and we're going to learn how to solve quadratics. I am assuming that this is not new material to you. So I have had videos for a long time that cover this material, but we tweaked the notes a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, this is kind of an intro video, and then it's going to fill in the gaps of the other videos, because it is not a perfect world. I do not have all the time that I might want. And the other videos were good. We changed things a tiny bit. So on this one, I have a video that explains this top chart. Okay, I think I may have switched these two columns, so pay attention to which column is which, but check out which one lines up here. All of that explanation is in another video, which I'm going to require you to watch. I think these problems, I'm not sure if we worked these or not, so I'll come back in just a second and work these. Then I'm going to talk through this in just a second, because I think that's an important thing to do. And then this chart, I definitely have this chart, a video that talks about this whole chart. I have another video that talks about the cheer. The only thing is that we tweaked this problem from my my previous videos. Well, so the previous chart had these three equations, but it didn't have this one. So there's a reason we did all that we're going to do. But what I would suggest is, right now, stop this video, hit pause, go open up the other videos, watch them, and then come back and see the parts that I'm filling in. Okay, so I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to, at this point, I'm assuming that you watched my other videos. So as we get going on this one, the vertex form, the easiest thing that it gives you is the vertex. And so this is a -3, +10. The y-intercept is when x equals 0. So it's a little less than fun to plug it in here. If I plug in 0 right there, that gives me 9 squared is, well, 3 squared is 9, times -2 is -18, plus 10 is -8. So that's the y-intercept. Does it have a max or a min? Notice that this one is opening down, and so it's going to have a max at the vertex. So the vertex was -3, 10. I'm not sure exactly what we wanted to write in the answer key, but there you go. The sketch, so I have a y-intercept of 0, -8. I have a vertex of -3, 10 somewhere up here. It's going to do something like this. Oh, well, pretend I can draw. My bad, whatever. Okay, so that's roughly the idea of what it looks like. I didn't find the zeros, so let me come do that. So that's when the x-intercepts are when y equals 0. Okay, I'm going to subtract 10, which gives me a -10, divide by 2 gives me a +5. So I end up here with 5 is equal to x plus 3 squared. And hopefully you've already watched the video where I teach you the cheer, and this is square root, plus minus. And so I get plus or minus √5 is equal to x plus 3. Therefore, x is equal to -3 plus or minus √5. And those are the zeros. So I can go check and see. I know that √5 is a little bit bigger than 2, because √4 is exactly 2. So -3 plus that, it's still going to be negative. Notice that that's, well, that's confusing. But notice that my x-intercept there is somewhat negative. And then a negative, this is going to be even more negative. Oh, right here. Cool. Okay, so there's that one. The next one, this is in the polynomial form, so they ask us to find the zeros. So what I would probably do with this one is I see x squared plus 4x minus 1 equals 0. This actually, we did this on purpose. This actually is exactly this problem right here. We just moved the -1 over. So you have already worked that one when we completed the square before. So there you go. There you've already done that. But just well, I need to catch up to where you are. This becomes x squared plus 4x plus a box equals 1 plus a box. And then I have, this is x plus 2. 2 squared goes in my box. That's 4. 1 plus, that's a 5 over there. And I get x is equal to -2 plus or minus √5. The vertex, well, so what I'm going to do with that one is, well, when I completed the square, we ended up, this would be y is equal to x plus 2 squared minus 5. We can check by foiling this out. This is x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 5 is 1. That wasn't the vertex. I didn't answer the question that they asked, did I? Let's just shrink that down. The vertex, where is the vertex? It's at the point -2, -5. That's the answer they were looking for. The y-intercept, plug in 0 for x, and this one is glorious, so we get a -1. And we have this one's going to open up, so we have a minimum at that vertex, -2, -5. And so when I go to sketch this, -2, -5 is going to be somewhere down here. I have a y-intercept of 0, -1, to somewhere down here. And so, pretend I can draw. We look something like that. Okay, the next one, write this in factored form. You may notice 6x squared minus 5x plus 4, 6x squared plus 5x minus 4 is right here. So I already had you do that one. I think it gives you, in factored form, that gives you, what do we get, 3x, well, 3x times 2x, and then it's 2 and 2, is that right? Let's see, 6 and, nope. Factor out 4. Okay, so it's 4 and 1. So, sorry, I should have thought through this. Okay, so let me check. That's a 6x squared right here, which is what I want. This is minus 3, this is plus 8x, so minus 3x plus 8x is a 5, I think, are my signs off? Yes, my signs are off. Okay, it's a good thing we went back to check. I think that this needs to be, the negative needs to be here, the positive needs to be here. My bad. Hopefully you already watched that other video and I'm not totally confusing you. Oh, this is a plus 4? Oh, you know what? We have a typo. Dang it. Okay, I will have to go back and fix that. So this was supposed to exactly match 6x squared. It's my fault. I was typing it up. 6x squared plus 5x minus 4. That's my problem. Okay. We're going to fix this. 6x squared plus 5x. I need to tell the other teachers. This is a minus now. Okay. And so when I do that, this is a minus 4 and a positive. So then I think this would be a plus. And this, I'm sorry, and I don't have time to go back and fix the video. I hope you love me anyway. And if you don't, I'm still going to get some sleep at night. That was funny. Okay. So now to find the zeros, I just need to set each one of these equal to 0. And so that's x is equal to -4/3 and x is equal to a positive 1/2. The vertex is going to be halfway between these. All right. So it's halfway. Or I could divide by 2, but with fractions and dividing by 2, so I'm going to add these together. This would be 1/2 times, this is -8/6 plus this becomes 3/6. So I have -5/6 times, so this becomes -5/12, and then I need to go back and plug that in. I don't want to. Go try it on your own. Sorry. Actually, let's do this. That was 6x squared plus 5x. Oh, what happened? Plus 5x minus 4. Okay, its vertex is that. I don't know. One of them we just said was that 5/12. Well, -5/12. Yeah, that matches. Okay. Anyway, go plug it in and figure out the other answer. Sorry, it's not a perfect world. The y-intercept, that's when x equals 0, and so that's going to be 0. On this one, we end up with a -4, coming back to our new changed problem. I might change this before you see it, so sorry for my confusion. Max and min, this one's going to open up, so it's got a minimum at whatever that vertex was, -5/12, comma, whatever you got from a second ago. The sketch was we had a 0 at negative 4/3, and then we had a 0 at positive 1/2. We have a y-intercept of 0, negative 4 is somewhere down here, and a minimum is a little bit lower right there. And so pretend I can draw, it looks something like that. Okay, do all quadratics have an x-intercept? Why or why not? No, they do not. It could stay entirely above, or it could stay entirely below. Write the following in vertex form. Okay, so this is where I would complete the square. You've got two choices. You can either add the same thing to both sides, or you can add 0. And so what I like to do when I'm writing it in vertex form is add 0. And actually, we kind of already did this problem way back up here, but let me talk you through it just in case. So I'm going to say a box minus a box would equal 0. So I'm adding, in essence, I just rewrote this equation, but I'm adding 0. So now I can come along and say, okay, well, x plus half of 4 is 2. 2 squared gives me that 4 in the box. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is in vertex form. The other one is a little bit more involved, but not much. We're going to factor out a 2. I'm just going to factor it out of these two terms and not the last one. So that's x squared. This becomes a positive 10x plus a box minus 58. Now notice I have a negative 2 times box. So what I need to do is I need to do the opposite. I need to add 0. So I have a negative 2 box, so I'm going to say a plus 2 box, and I didn't save space very nicely. So this becomes y is equal to negative 2 times x plus half of 10 is 5. 5 squared goes in my box, that's 25. 2 times 25 is 50. Minus 58 is minus 8. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is vertex form. Okay, I'm going to let you do this part on your own. The other thing that I needed to look at was looking at the cheer with this example. The rest of them are in the previous video. So what I would do is I would come along and say, was this a problem that we saw a second ago? We tried to make like lots of, nope, it's not, okay. We tried to repeat ourselves and so that it wouldn't be quite as tedious. I don't know if we failed. My bad. You know, it is not a perfect world. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 10, and then I'm going to divide by negative 2. And that's 5. And now square root. Okay, here, because it's the cheer. Square root, plus minus. Okay, so I end up with x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus root 5. And now I can subtract 3. And this answer makes me happy. Okay, this was not one of my better videos, but I'm sorry. I'm overworked and underpaid, and I'm going to do the best I can and hope that you can supplement with the other videos. Please let me know if you have questions, concerns, and comments. I'm also expecting you're familiar with quadratics, so I would redo this video if this were brand new to you, but it is not. So good luck, practice. Let me know if you have questions.